So we are responsible for the records of the country. So that means all the records of the executive branch, office, cabinet offices, departments, about 275 agencies, governed by a set of laws called the Federal Records Act. We're responsible for what's created in the White House under a different set of laws, Presidential Records Act. Courtesy storage for the records of Congress. Congress owns their own records, but we provide storage and retrieval, servicing those records. The Supreme Court records are in our custody. Federal district court records, reason for the 44 facilities around the country, federal records primarily in those facilities. So there's the whole management of the creation of records, the scheduling of those records. On the federal side, on the agency side, each agency creates a record schedule that kind of describes the kind of records they're creating. They work with my staff to create those record schedules. The records schedules describe how long they stay in the agency and at what point the 2 to 3% that is of historic or legal value gets transferred to the National Archives. And that transfer process is one that's managed by my staff, the National Archives staff. So that's on the federal side. On the White House side, another group of staff working closely with the White House Office of Records Management to ensure that the records are being created, captured, and preserved so that at the end of the administration they get transferred to the National Archives. On the presidential side also we're responsible for gifts to the president, so the artifacts. Another group of staff responsible for ensuring that the gifts are recorded and taken care of so they can get transferred at the end of the administration also. At the end of an administration, actually during the inaugural ceremony, my staff is in the White House grabbing the records and transferring them to temporary storage for the next presidential library. So that's kind of the basic record-keeping piece of the job. And then there are some other responsibilities that come with the position. We have within the National Archives the Information Security Oversight Office, which is responsible for classified information, monitoring and working with the agencies around classification guides, how records are classified. And then just after I started, a new department within the National Archives, the Office of Government Information Services, which is the FOIA ombudsman serving the American public for helping resolve problems that they're having with their FOIA requests. So that's an additional responsibility that the Archives has taken on. And then we have a small grant-making wing of the National Archives, National Historic Preservation Records Commission, which gives grants to states and institutions to preserve, digitize, make available their records.